What's up, guys? Luke here. This is Lukewarm Reviews, and today I'm bringing you guys my roundup for the month of February. I got a couple of things to talk about today. Some I am excited to tell you about, some I'm going to tell you to stay away from. So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to talk about just a little bit of music to start off. To be honest, I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and stuff this month. I haven't been listening to a whole lot of new music, but I do want to just briefly mention the new MGMT album, Little Dark Age. I've been bumping this one a lot. It's super catchy, it's super groovy. It's also MGMT's first album in 5 years. And they were one that just kind of like fell off my radar a little bit, but I used to listen to them a lot when I was in high school, so this new album came out, I checked it out. It's really, really cool. Go give it a listen. Also, I want to mention the album See You Around by the indie folk supergroup I'm With Her. This group is comprised of Sarah Watkins, Aoife O'Donovan, I think it's Aoife or Aoife, it's a Gaelic name, and Sarah Jarosz. These are all great singer-songwriters in their own right. The only one that I was really familiar with before I heard this was Sarah Jarosz. But this is a really cool album. Really, really tight indie folk album. Sort of reminiscent of like Nickel Creek-ish almost. Kind of vocal harmonies and mandolins in here. So super cool album. Also thanks to Corey from Shelter Sound for pointing me in the direction of this very cool album. Once again, go follow Shelter Sound on Instagram. So I'll hopefully have some more music for you guys coming up soon. Let me know what you think. Do you miss the music reviews, or are you not really here for that? You're really here for like the movies or whatever. Let me know. Leave me a comment. Moving on, I am going to talk about two very, very bad Netflix movies. And just briefly, I want to talk about... So Netflix this year, in 2018, is going to release 700 original films and series. That's what I read. And when I first saw that, my initial reaction was like, oh, that's absurd. I want to know what you guys think about it. Tell me what you think. Do you think it's too much? I'm kind of coming around to it because I've been thinking about it sort of in the same context as some of the thoughts that I had when I saw The Disaster Artist. I shared those with you guys on my video for that, where I don't think the creation of content is necessarily ever a bad thing. Do you know what I mean? As long as Netflix has the capability to do this, does that mean there's going to be a lot of garbage out there? Yeah, totally. But at the same time, Netflix has made some really, really genius stuff. They've given a lot of agency to smaller people that might not have ever been able to create these brilliant things like Stranger Things and Beasts of No Nation and really, really amazing stuff like that. And at the same time, there's also these little tiny films that I'm about to shit on. But if someone goes and watches When We First Met on Netflix and they're feeling sad about an unrequited love and this film makes them laugh or makes them feel better in any way, then like, who am I to say that that shouldn't exist? Do you know what I mean? So Netflix is kind of doing this crazy thing right now. They're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks, and they're making everything. But I kind of am into it. I kind of am like, you know, good for you, Netflix. That being said, I'm about to shit all over these two movies because they're very bad. I'll talk about When We First Met just real quick first. This is a really stupid, generic kind of time travel-y, magical, realistic rom-com, and it's super bad. There's a pretty decent cast. Adam Devine, or Devine, I've never known how to pronounce it, is the lead. He's like funny or whatever, he always is. But the script is super pedantic and it doesn't say anything interesting or original. And it's very bad, so skip that one. This next one somehow is even worse. I watched Mute with my fiance, and I was so disappointed by this because I know it's set in the same world as Moon, which I love Moon. I think, though, like this movie is so bad that it's making me like rethink the fact that I like Moon, because I haven't seen Moon in probably like 5 years or more. So I feel like I need to go back and reassess because this one is so bad. The acting is so terrible. All of the characters make complete nonsense choices. The pacing is god-awful. Also, don't give your main character a disability for no reason. That doesn't make your movie like topical or interesting in any way if it's pointless. If you never address it or make use of it in any way, making your main character a mute doesn't do anything. It's really stupid and I'm really mad about it. This is a horrible movie. But whatever. I've seen some reviews of it of people who are like, I don't know where the hate is. I like, and so in that way, I'm like, you know what? Fine, Netflix. Like, make the movies, make all the movies. Someone's gonna like it. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think about Netflix making 700 films and series in 1 year. I'm kind of into it. I assume some of them will be great. Let's see. You know, let's see. On that note, I'm going to talk about a couple of TV series. We'll go ahead and get Devilman Crybaby out of the way at the very beginning. I know I'm talking mad shit about Netflix in this video, but this is a Netflix original anime and it's very bad. I don't recommend it at all. It came highly recommended to me, which is why I'm sort of confused. The animation is like kind of cool. There's some cool colors and it's a little bit different than other things that I've seen recently, but ultimately it is really, it's just way too graphic for absolutely no reason, and the plot is super ham-fisted and basic. It's like, oh, humans and demons and they fight, and like none of the characters have any more dimension than a fucking paperclip, and it's just very bad. I still have like 2 episodes left. I didn't finish it. I might not. So unless something incredible happens at the end, then that's how I feel about that one. But now I have some good stuff to talk to you guys about, I promise. So my fiance and I also just watched season 2 of High Maintenance on HBO. This is a very cool episodic little show that is loosely based around the life and experiences of a weed bike delivery man in New York City. And it's great. It's phenomenal. Really cool acting, really cool writing. It's one of those shows where like every episode is different and there are some characters that reoccur, but primarily it is just little vignettes in every episode. And it's super funny, super charming, very easy to watch. I really, really highly recommend it. And then last one, I'll talk about Dark. This is a super cool show, y'all. I think this is a Netflix original. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is a Netflix show. This is a German show, and it's a sort of, everyone's comparing it to Stranger Things, which is an apt comparison. They're very similar. I feel like they could almost exist in the same universe, and I've sort of decided in my head that they kind of do, but I don't know. But where Stranger Things is sort of a riff on 80s horror tropes, Dark kind of embraces a lot of sci-fi kind of sauce, and it's really cool. It takes a little bit to get into, so if you watch episode like 1 and 2 and you're like, I don't know how I feel about this, keep going, I promise. There's a fuckload of characters. There's like Game of Thrones level like character roster on this thing, and it takes a while to get used to keeping them all straight, but it's worth it. It's super great, really good payoff. Also, Louise Heyer is in it, who is this German actress that I think is really cool. Go watch my 2017 actors video to hear more about her. So yeah, Dark, I can't say enough great stuff about it. Go watch it, it's very cool. So yeah, that's what I've been up to in February, guys. What have you been doing? What have you been listening to, watching? How do you feel about Netflix? Leave me a comment. You know, subscribe if you want. You know, share with your friends. I appreciate it all. You guys are great. I'm gonna keep doing this. There's a couple of movies out right now that I really want to see. I want to see Game Night. I want to see Annihilation, sort of. Let me know if you've seen Annihilation, if it's any good. What do you guys want more from me next? Want to hear from you. Thanks as always. You guys are great. See you around.